You feel it, don't you? That subtle, creeping dread every time a new AI tool drops, promising to revolutionize your workflow. You're told to embrace it, adapt, upskill. But what if upskilling now means cramming 4 years of computer science into a TikTok attention span? What if the very industry that demands you move fast and break things is actually speedrunning itself into oblivion? Welcome to TechOnion, where we peel back the layers of technological hype to reveal the core truths that mainstream tech media is too scared, or too well-funded, or too busy trying to get their smart fridge to stop ordering kale to tell you. I'm Simba, and today we're talking about Silicon Valley's latest masterpiece of self-sabotage, the great software developer compression. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, otherwise known as the late 90s and early 2000s, computer scientists were digital demigods. Their pocket protectors gleamed with the authority of advanced mathematics. Their understanding of Big O notation struck fear into the hearts of mere mortals. These were the Brahmin of bytes, the nobility of nested loops, commanding respect and salaries that could fund small remote island nations. Then, a hoodie-clad herald of the social media apocalypse made coding cool. Suddenly, every 20-something with a MacBook and a dream of changing the world by creating yet another food delivery app wanted in. The floodgates opened, and with them the inexorable logic of supply, demand, and human impatience. This, my friends, was the genesis of the Great Compression. What followed was perhaps the most aggressive squeeze of human knowledge, since someone decided that assembling IKEA furniture shouldn't require an engineering degree. A 4-year computer science program, a relic of an age when people actually had the audacity to think deeply about problems, suddenly seemed as antiquated as asking users to read terms and conditions. Why spend 4 years learning the theoretical foundations of computation, the market reasoned, with the cold efficiency of an algorithm optimizing for quarterly profits, when you could spend 12 months copy-pasting from Stack Overflow? But 12 months? In startup time, that's approximately 17 pivots and 3 complete rewrites of the business model. So bootcamps compressed further, 6 months. Then 3, and finally, inevitably, we arrived at the promised land. 10-hour YouTube tutorials. 10 hours, folks. Promising to transform coding novices into full-stack developers faster than you can say, subscribe and hit that notification bell. These digital snake oil salesmen, armed with thumbnails featuring shocked faces and arrows pointing at code, discovered what educators had somehow missed for centuries. The secret to learning isn't understanding, it's maximizing watch time for ad revenue. Revolutionary. And just when you thought human cognitive effort couldn't get any less effortful, enter the AI coding assistants. Cursor, Replit, Bolt, Lovable, yes, someone got paid to think that up. GitHub Copilot, a veritable menagerie of artificial intelligence, each promising to be the final nail in the coffin of, well, thinking. Developers, like digital nomads of code, now migrate from one AI tool to another, with each large language model update, carrying their hopes and dreams and technical debt, in an eternal quest for the perfect artificial pair programmer. GPT-5 just dropped becomes the battle cry, followed by a mass exodus from whatever tool they were using yesterday. Because apparently loyalty in the age of AI has the half-life of a trending hashtag. Meanwhile, the marketing machinery of Silicon Valley has found its new favorite narrative. AI will replace junior developers. It's a story so perfectly crafted for maximum anxiety generation, it's spread faster than a zero-day exploit through an unpatched system. Companies spend more on engineering salaries than on kombucha and standing desks combined, so the promise of replacing expensive humans with cheap AI, more intoxicating than free energy drinks in the break room. But here's the sticky wicket. Experienced engineers, those battle-scarred veterans who've survived multiple JavaScript framework cycles, can distinguish between genuine innovation and marketing hype better than a spam filter can detect Nigerian prince emails. The real casualties? The younger generation, those 18-22-year-olds who take corporate messaging at face value. Faced with the apocalyptic prophecy that robots will steal their future jobs, many are now making the entirely rational decision to pursue careers in fields that can't be automated, like artisanal cheesemaking or TikTok influencing. Yes, seriously. Amazon's CEO, in a rare moment of clarity that rivals finding a bug-free software release, recently declared that it makes no sense to stop hiring junior developers. His logic is devastatingly simple. Fewer juniors today equals fewer seniors tomorrow. It's basic arithmetic, the kind they apparently don't teach in 10-hour coding bootcamps. But the industry is caught in a paradox more twisted than a recursive function without a base case. Companies refuse to invest in training junior developers. Training costs money, and money is for buying more AI tools. Yet they simultaneously complain about talent shortages with the indignation of someone discovering their coffee machine requires actual coffee beans. We've been down this road before, haven't we? Offshoring, outsourcing, each promised the golden ticket, the final answer to building software faster and cheaper. Each created new problems. Now, we stand at the threshold of the AI revolution, convinced this time will be different. This time, we've cracked the code. The early adopters will pay the costs of debugging AI-generated code that works perfectly until it doesn't. Troubleshooting systems that fail in ways no human programmer would ever conceive. Some will win, some will lose. And eventually, when everyone has AI coding assistants, the playing field will level out. Then the industry will return to its eternal quest, finding new ways to cut costs while complaining about the quality of the workforce they refuse to invest in developing. The same companies that plan product roadmaps years in advance seem unable to grasp that software developers, like fine wine or good code documentation, require time to mature. This great compression continues, each cycle promising to extract more value from less training, more capability from less understanding, more innovation from less investment in human potential. It's efficiency at its finest, assuming you don't mind the occasional complete system failure or the gradual erosion of deep technical knowledge. Perhaps future generations will look back at this era with the same bemused confusion with which we regard medieval alchemists trying to turn lead into gold. Except, in our case, we're trying to turn YouTube videos into senior software engineers. When you think about it, that might be the more ambitious transformation. So what do you think? Are we witnessing the democratization of coding or the death of deep technical knowledge? Have you jumped ship between AI coding assistants lately, and if so, what was your breaking point? Is the industry's obsession with reducing training time creating a generation of developers who can implement features but can't understand why they work? Let us know in the comments below, and if you're as confused and entertained by the tech world as we are, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Because here at TechOnion, we're not just reporting the news, we're trying to make sense of the glorious, terrifying, and utterly absurd future of tech, one sardonic chuckle at a time.